Vaal Stay the Distance Handicap. And it's lovely to have some racing in South Africa at the Vaal track. It's only 3 races that we've had here, but it's been absolutely great racing. 1 mile, 6 furlongs, Mr. Cat, Angelina, No Whip, Mr. Spock. It's a line of 4, so they're already loaded. We're waiting for the white flag. White flag goes up. They are sent on their way. Level beginning for all. They're in the early stages. The Vaal track absolutely looking beautiful today. Beautiful weather as well. Absolutely lovely. We'll just give them a time to settle down here. It is Mr. Spock who just goes to the front in the early stages. In second, Aunt Jamina. Mr. Cat from the back just been let loose a bit to go to the front now by about a head. In second, it's Aunt Jamina. In third at the rail, Mr. Spock. No Whip has dropped to the back of the field, but just look like Mr. Cat wants to be doing the running in front. They're just splitting into 2 groups as it looks to be. In second, it is Aunt Jamina, Mr. Spock, and No Whip just keeps getting closer. So they not really want to give each other distance here. They want to keep up bundled up here. So they are very bundled up, and there's only about 4 lengths that splits the field. So from top to tail, it's very compact. Mr. Cat still in front. Back in second, it's Aunt Jamina. In third, Mr. Spock, No Whip is still at the back. As we have a stand view, a grandstand view, you can still see Mr. Cat does all the running at his own pace. So Mr. Cat, just funny, this one is not going to the inside. Still racing on the far side. Early move made by Mr. Spock to get a bit closer to the leader. Aunt Jamina, No Whip is at the back, and that's her favourite, No Whip. But he's only 3 lengths from that leader, so no one's really been get the urge to go. They're still travelling at a very nice pace here, but not the fastest pace I've seen. It's Mr. Cat in front. Back in second, Mr. Spock. Aunt Jamina's back in third, and No Whip. As they get down to the 7 furlong meters, Mr. Spock, the jockey just gave a few tiggles here, a few squeezes, and here's Mr. Spock. Mr. Spock goes in front. Mr. Cat is in second. Then we got No Whip, Aunt Jamina. So at the 6 furlong stages, it looks like Mr. Spock has made his early move, and he's gone clear by 3 lengths. Back in second now, the favourite moves into second. Then we got Aunt Jamina still at the back. That one's getting a few squeezes to go closer. As we have a grandstand view, Mr. Spock still in front and is travelling very comfortably. Look at the posture of the jockey there, Mr. Spock. You can see ridden with a lot of confidence at this time. In second, Mr. Cat. No Whip has been driven, as well as Aunt Jamina. So at the 3.5 furlongs left to go, by far the best horse is Mr. Spock. He's travelling well. In second, Mr. Cat looks to have a claim. In third, No Whip and Aunt Jamina. These jockeys are on the hard work as we have a level view. It's Mr. Spock who goes to the front, still in front by about 4 lengths now. He's drawing clear. Mr. Cat second, No Whip, and Aunt Jamina looks a bit outpaced. There's 2 furlongs left to go. Who's going to catch this leader? Mr. Spock still in front. Mr. Cat is trying to come on, but it is No Whip, Aunt Jamina, they at the back, but this leader has gotten away from the field. Mr. Spock, Mr. Cat, they in second. That looks the only biggest danger. No Whip, Aunt Jamina, they fighting it out for third, but it's Mr. Spock and Mr. Cat, but you can pencil in number 4 in your book. It'll be Mr. Spock who's going to go on to win and will stay all day. In second, Mr. Cat. No Whip gets in third. Aunt Jamina does the running for 4th place. Well, that'll seal the deal at the Vaal racetrack. Mr. Spock ends it for Doug Warren. Back in second, Mr. Cat. In third, the favourite No Whip. No show for that one. And Aunt Jamina was driven along.